Do you have anything to add?
From an acting point of view as well, they can sit in a chair and have tons of cameras all around to capture the face.
I think that would be incredibly inhibiting. I've talked to some of the actors who've done it. You literally, especially for L.A. Noire, you can't move.
And you also can't riff off the other actors, you know.
Yeah, you're on the, you know, but more so, I mean, you would have to stay still. It'd be very, very difficult. I mean, I think I've done other things where they put the little markers on your face and did that, and you know, if I sit there and go, oh, Elena, we can't do that. You can't do that. Cut, stop, re-glue them all to your face. Even the dots, you can't, they don't want you to put it in front of you. I've also done for ILM at LucasArts, we did a test where, with the helmet, that Andy Serkis has been able to do certain things like that with that, which is brilliant. But again, you know, imagine doing, you know, a very tender scene. Some of you may have seen that gameplay with Drake at the gate with Elena. We showed that, and I mean, if you had these, it's like a football helmet on your face, you can't clinking. I mean, any type of a kiss, any intimacy, it's not going to happen. So I think, you know, they rely on these brilliant animators. You know, and here's something. I mean, I didn't exactly know how it worked until I started researching for the book, and I started sitting down with Eric Baldwin and the other facial animators, and you know, and as a great testament to this, my wife, who isn't much of a gamer at all, you know, she saw some stuff and she looked at it and she said, "That is looks much more like you." I said, "Well, as things have gone," she said, "No, the expression." She said, "He does that. You do that all the time." And you know, it's not something I ever thought about, but it's just, you know, like that little look, and he does that, and they got it down to a science. And thank God, because the performance becomes much more organic and it's much more real, just like you do in theater, and then they just animate over it.
And that's really where the artistry of Nolan's performance comes together with the artistry of our facial animators, led by Eric Baldwin, and the technology that drives his animations.
And to that end, just quickly, you know, Andy Serkis is a bit of a hero of mine.
Genius.
He really is a genius. And the closest I've done anything like that for him is for Astro Boy. I did some initial tests for them, and I had to walk across a stage as like a baby, and then standing up to a toddler to a walking boy. We did these things, and it was much more of a, you know, just it was an animation test. But he had a great quote recently saying that what I do in a performance capture suit is nothing different to what I do, any other actor does. Is that someone or is it me? Because if it's me, I apologize. I have a phone, but I don't know how it works, because it's a Euro one that they gave me. I don't even know the number. It's like a bunch of zeros and ones. So
he says, but it's just like acting on stage.
Yes, it's just like acting, like any other performance an actor would do, except I wear digital makeup. I thought that was brilliant, because he's interacting with James Franco in Rise of the Planet of the Apes. He's there in a suit, and he's doing those emotions. And you know, I read somewhere that, you know, he should be considered for an Oscar. He should. He does exactly what they're doing, and he does it without the aid of any type of you know, any type of suit, any type of costume. You know, he just has to be. You know, he's not in like a monkey skin.
Inhabits that character.
Yeah, and so it's a lot more difficult for him in that environment.
On that interesting note, I think we've sadly got to wrap it up. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for coming along to hear us. Thanks, guys. We'll see you in Uncharted 3.
Thanks very much, Nolan, and thank you very much, Richard. That was awesome. If any of you guys would like to